not even in.
Let's go, baby.
No, into here.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
No, you gotta say it clear, otherwise you won't be able to hear it.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, so it's just like some movies I just like will watch them just because to see what happens. Other movies I look forward to and I just am really like into them.
Yeah.
But there's movies that I watch and be like, man, I just wasted an hour and a half on this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, what a waste.
Have you watched that Black Doves?
No, I heard that's a good one.
Haven't seen that.
Isn't that with like Natalie Portman?
Yeah. You know which one I just finished last night was No Good Deed.
No Good Deed. Did I see that? I don't know if I did.
I'm terrible at people. It's the one with oh my god, you're gonna hate this. Is gonna be embarrassing to see how I forget their names. But it's good. They're trying to sell a house, a TV show. No?
No, I watched Elf yesterday. It was funny.
We've watched that a couple times. With who's these guys?
Okay, yeah, I it's a Netflix show. No, I haven't seen this one. Is it good?
Ray Romano. How could I? Luke Wilson.
Yeah, I've seen it. I mean, I haven't seen the show. I just looked it up.
Yeah, it was good.
Ray Romano's great in everything he does.
It was good. It's a good show.
See, that's another thing, right? It's like, so you have these actors,
Yeah.
right? You're like, man, if he's in this movie, the movie has got to be good.
It's got to be good.
That's how I judge
That's
a
the signal.
movie sometime,
Yeah.
right?
And that Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah.
Kudrow chick is their husband and wife in it.
It's a show or a movie? It's a movie.
Show.
Okay.
It's good.
Is it a like limited series?
I don't know.
I like limited series. For example, it's just one season, done.
Yeah.
And it's like, boom. It's cool. It's like a movie, but cut into pieces.
Yeah.
I'm watching currently Lioness.
I've heard so many people tell me that, but I haven't. I swear I started watching a long time ago and couldn't get into it because it was her. Because it was like a female-based, like, Navy SEAL type of thing. Right?
Killer. And the thing is, it's like, obviously it's fiction, but I believe that things like that actually could happen or are happening.
What's the plot?
Well, neither of us
Like,
have
it's
seen
just,
it, so.
yeah, I mean, spoiler alert, not really. I mean, I'll just give you a rough, it's just like, it's the government and pretty much like espionage type shit and special forces. So it's like people come in, black ops shit. Come in, get out. If they can't get out, they'll just get blasted and then that's it.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
And
Realistic?
their family. I think it's realistic.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's very realistic, yeah. Same with the Diplomat.
I was
Wasn't it
just going to
Diplomat?
say
Yeah,
that. The show.
was-
Right?
Yeah.
Or like House of Cards. You
House
don't
of
think
Cards.
shit like that happens?
House of Cards was brilliant.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that. That's another show I go back and watch, even though I've got mixed feelings with whatever Kevin Spacey went through.
I used to be obsessed with House.
Doctor
Oh,
House.
House.
Like
Yeah.
in height and whatever. Maybe
It
like
was so
early
long
high
ago.
school.
Yeah.
And then maybe because they were on all. Anyways, and then I watched it like not that long ago. I was like, this is terrible. Like I don't know. It wasn't like
yeah.
you know how some shows you can go back and watch and the quality of video like the early. I watch a lot of Office. Like the early Office you can watch and not give a shit that it was just like shitty quality.
Yeah.
Like not shitty quality, but like
Trailer Park Boys.
yeah, stuff like I watched that and I was like, this is like looks like it's 100 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just like the
Do you guys remember the show Kenny versus Penny?
yeah.
That's a classic.
You know what a classic is? Eastbound
Canadian
and
classic.
Down.
Yeah.
Eastbound.
You
and
remember
Down.
that? Like I'll see
course I
clips of
remember.
him and he is like I could watch that all over and howl at it. Actually, I'm going to.
Yeah.
It just sucked because there wasn't a lot. It was only like there wasn't much of it. I don't think.
I put that on a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't believe how, like, far out of the, like, it just seemed like it was just made almost, that show. What was it, like 10 years ago or something, 12 years
Probably.
ago?
Yeah.
But it's so out of left field, and everything is so politically incorrect on that show compared to now. We've changed so much.
Yeah. I mean, even Fresh Prince was awesome too, right? That's a classic growing up
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was always on like right
It was
after school. or
yeah,
something.
exactly. No, it was good.
No, but what we got to and what I thought would be a good idea is like, how are you training right now?
I don't know. I got a typical split going, and it's just like train one day, rest day the next, train hard the next day, rest day the next kind of thing. And then if life gets in the way, maybe a couple extra rest days. But overall, it's a lot of hypertrophy.
We got to figure out.
But you've been losing a lot of weight though.
Yeah, I have. I've lost probably 40, 50 in the last year.
Which is substantial.
Yeah, I
That's
feel
a
a lot
lot.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot different. State of mind's different.
You feel better.
I do. I feel accomplished. I feel good about it, and I just want to maintain it. I used to want to be bigger and just kind of have that kind of look for
Yeah.
whatever reason, and now I just don't have that. It doesn't appeal to me. Just want to be leaner and.
But you still lift hard though and
I
heavy.
try to. Yeah, I
Yeah.
try to. Try to lift as much as I can. I'm certainly not lifting the same weight as I was when I was 250, 260. But it's better. I find. I like it. I like being leaner.
We got to like figure out basically now, right tonight, how we're gonna train for the next, and then like every Wednesday we could like. What was the last week?
So you want to do like weekly progressions almost?
Yeah, but like for the even January now, or maybe January, February, we should do like I don't know.
What style of training?
I don't know.
Well, if you want to do the high rocks, we got to do a high rocks.
We should do like
Style.
one on of those and then one off. Meaning,
One
like-
week like that, and then 1 week just like
or like even
weights heavy.
I like more like 10 days versus like a week, but yeah. Like
10
what-
was 10 is good.
10
I
days like
yeah.
high rock style, and then 10 days like the opposite would be basically what we did the full month of high rocks and then the full month of the build one.
Yeah.
But we could just go back and forth 10 days to 10 days.
Which is nice because one is like really almost like endurance, and the other one is like heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, we should,
So
and then I'll
you
just
do-
make it new. Like I won't use any of the previous weeks.
No.
Make it like new. So then, what's today? Thursday. So even if we started on the 1st, really, no, that's too far away. Or we could start on the 1st. Doesn't really matter.
First, second,
Or like sooner.
or Monday.
So what's the first one going to be? It should probably be the running. 'cause
Yeah,
we both, 'cause,
running.
Like
What's the nuttiest
I
high
was-
rocks workout you guys have done?
I-
Or not really, maybe how it's compiled, but how hard it was on you. What was the hardest one that you did?
just anyone where it's all running is drastically harder.
So remember the one that I did with the running on the assault bike, the 500?
Yeah,
That one was hard.
Anyone where it's like, because it's like call it cardio. You know,
Lift. You guys are
gist
going
of
back and
it?
forth. Yeah.
So sometimes we do like the cardio would be a certain amount of distance on the bike,
Yep.
and then the other would be like a certain amount of distance run. Definitely the run, the ones where it's all just running in between
Yeah.
is the hardest.
And I was gonna text you today. I was like, buddy, today was the first time I ran for like, I'd say a week.
Oh, it's been longer than that for me, probably.
Yeah, and
But
I was like, man, I was struggling. I was
Yeah.
struggling. I was like, holy shit! Like literally a week of running,
Yeah,
and it's like I was struggling to run. I was like, damn, man, like why is this so hard? The beginning was easy, and then the last like 5-7 minutes or whatever, it was like, when is this over?
I find conditioning doesn't last that long.
No, it
You
doesn't.
get it up
Versus
to a
the
good level, and then
weights.
you're like, wait a sec, now I gotta
Yeah.
get back there. And
Yeah.
that's where the real work comes
Yeah.
in because
Yeah.
you're starting fresh again, like pushing that sled or running on that assault runner.
It's like 2
Yeah.
weeks of just
Oh.
like torture, and then you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm back
Then-
here.
and then you
Right.
hit that grind, and then that's like all you want to do.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't want to lift heavy and then do that. You
Yeah.
want,
Right.
to lean into the
So-
other one.
so it'd
That's
be good
why
to
it would
do
be
like
good to
this,
switch
yeah.
it up.
That's
I
pretty
think.
smart. I think that's a good idea.
I mean, you're welcome to join, but no
Okay.
pressure.
Because like what we did, it was like we stopped the high rocks intensity stuff, and then we went just to like, all right, the next like whatever it's been now, almost 2 weeks, coming up
Yeah.
to 2 weeks.
It was just like do whatever.
Do whatever, right? So
Which has been a long time, almost a year, I guess, since I did anything that's just like. Even then, I was following the workouts from before, but yesterday and the day before, I did just like what I did forever. Is just like go in the gym and figure it out.
See, I didn't do that. I still looked up like programs of like workouts, and I was like, all right, if I did like whatever uppers, I'll do like legs. I did legs yesterday. Man, like I'm so sore.
I did not yesterday, the day before I did it, and I was so sore. And it was just because it was a good workout, not because I've been doing legs, but it was just a good workout. Because I was supposed to every day on Christmas Eve, last couple Christmas Eves, I've gone for runs.
Yeah.
And I didn't this time, and I was like, there goes that.
Yeah, no, I did, and then I did a run this morning, and my legs were just like so heavy.
I haven't even been on the bike in like a couple days, 4 or 5 days.
And the Assault, I haven't used the Assault for almost like I said, almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be good then. We'll do that. We'll go start with High Rocks, 10 days, so we'll do 2 months. So we'll do 60 days, yeah.
Yeah, 60 day. That's good. Fine with me. Whatever. It's nice to switch it up. But it feels good lifting heavy too. So after doing all the High Rock stuff, I went to like lifting heavy, and I was like, all right, my strength is still there. Not crazy strong, but like the strength is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
it takes a little while.
Yeah.
Well, it takes more. Like those workouts are good because it's still not like long endurance style stuff where you're like burning muscle.
Right.
I don't think like, especially
Which
when
I
we
wanna
do it like that,
avoid.
we're still doing lots of weight, if not more. Like more, actually, with those 75 rep things.
Right.
It probably is more still strength training than we'd normally do. Like,
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm sore. Like I said to Mike too, I was like, dude, like everything hurts. Everything is so sore. Like I've been almost off a week now. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a full week since I've been off work.
like if you do 3 sets,
And you know what
15,
kind of trips me out is that's not always the biggest indicator of growth. You know what I mean? Just because you feel sore
Right.
doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing everything that you can to move the needle
right.
towards that next,
Right.
that next thing. It's just soreness.
But it feel after a while, you're just like, all right, it feels good now. Now I'm back.
Yeah.
And it's that structure almost.
Well, yeah,
Right.
you know that you're accomplishing something that you set
Right.
out to do.
And it's like now I'm off work. It's like I should probably come to the gym every day, like twice a day, but I don't.
And
Whereas
that
in
feels
when I
good for-
work, I go twice. I
didn't
I
go-
go
I
out,
was
get
supposed to
up,
go-
I do runs, and then I go to work.
That's
Then I come in
intense.
here, right?
Good for you.
It's been 2 days. I was supposed to come in today before this, and I didn't. And it's been 2 days. Side note, guess where we went for Christmas dinner last night?
I went to the Mandarin, bro.
Next best, where'd we go? Me, T, and Jade.
Oh, you can eat sushi?
Yeah. We went to Heart
Which one,
Sushi.
Heart?
Yeah.
Nice.
I went to we went with friends, and to the Hyde Park one. Oh, it was awesome.
I'm surprised. We were like this. It was a toss up between those two. But we had Chinese food the night before for Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So we're like, Mandarin will turn into mostly that.
So
Man, Mandarin
talk
was
to me
awesome.
about the Mandarin. So like you go there. What is your first stop? What do you replenish the most of?
So first thing is first. I always grab a soup. That's the
really?
start, right? Yeah, I start with just a cup of soup.
Okay,
Then, what?
it's up there.
Then I just go crush the roast beef, sausages, fish.
Tell me the strategy behind the soup.
There is no strategy. I just like to have a
Just
little
a nice
like,
cup of soup. Get it
yeah.
going.
I rarely eat soup at home, so it's like
Yeah.
when I can get a cup of soup somewhere, I usually get it. Only in Mandarin, probably. I wouldn't go to a restaurant and get a cup of soup, but
And so what's on your plate after that?
Time out. Because even yesterday at sushi, Jade's like, "You want miso soup?" I'm like, "No." I'm like,
So I'm not the
here
only
for
one.
all you can eat sushi. I don't want soup.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah, but it's a small cup, dude. It's literally
even
like
more. It's such a waste of time.
waste of time.
That's even more of a reason why it's such a waste. It's just like for.
Look,
Anyways,
I just like the soup, bro.
That is his face.
I'm just gonna get the
But, like,
soup.
but if
There's nothing wrong with that.
But if I were to go to a sushi restaurant that's not all you can eat, I'd be like, yeah, give me a soup.
Yeah, of course you would.
Not all you can eat. That's just like
But I'm not crushing like
What?
2 liters of soup, dude. I'm just crushing a cup of soup.
yeah,
That's
but
all I
that you
want.
missed my whole point. I would say that would be worth it. Is if you really like soup and you just drink 2 liters of soup.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So next up, you got the
Next.
soup in the system.
That's it. Then I go over and I just start crushing whatever is there.
Muscles.
So like everything like protein wise, just
Yeah.
go nuts,
Same
right?
way.
Then I crush like udon noodles. I crush those suckers.
And then you're like, okay,
That would be like I'll do like 2 or 3 plates of that. Like
Nice.
just boom.
get just completely stuffed and then have to eat dessert, basically.
Right. And then I do have 1 plate of just like carbs,
Okay.
like onion rings,
French fries.
French fries. I'll go even get like a couple slices of pizza, bro.
Oh yeah, it's a staple.
Like,
no
you
matter
know,
how
I have
shitty
to.
it is.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the prime rib.
Oh, it was awesome.
Good.
It was so good. I would like, mind you, I was there at 11:45 in the morning.
I was hoping you were gonna say that. What a loser.
Why? I rather would do that than go there at like
Yeah, but-
7 o'clock at night.
What? Why?
Because then you'll get home and you're like,
Yeah, that's the whole point.
I can't sleep, man. I'm gonna be like all fucked
So
up.
then you just do that all day instead?
Yes.
That sounds silly
Then
to
I
me.
go and I lay down, watch movies,
And then you're like,
take
shit,
a
I'm
nap,
starving again.
and then no, I was full, bro, the
No.
whole day. At the end of the night,
You're
I
not
had
looking for desserts at the end
at
of the
the
night?
end I had cheesecake.
Yeah.
And I always try to go over to the prime rib. The person that serves
Dude,
the prime
it was
rib is
so
always
good.
so on point. They're just ready to help. They're there to serve.
Yeah.
I try to.
He
chop it
gives
up
me
with them.
one. He gives me one, and I'm just like standing. I was like, "Give me 2 more."
Wow, they're so nice. You know. You gotta
And they're
show
like,
them
"No
love.
problem, sir. No problem."
Yeah.
And that's it. But it was so good. It was just like melting. It was good.
I ate way too much sushi, and then I was like, hey, now I got to order 6 things of ice cream,
Yeah.
get some deep fried bananas, put them in the ice cream.
Ooh.
But I still had dessert and the mandarin too.
Yeah.
I respect that. After all that, you still went in for the dessert.
Oh,
Noon.
now that I think about it, it's just like, oh, fucking shit. I feel like shit. It was
You're
just so
like,
nasty.
What's the like? I know you've dummied a lot of stuff in a meal because you and I on my cheat days, I talk to you about what I eat. We talked about this many times, but like you have gone through cookies and
Yeah, bro. Like I crush, like honestly, I mean, I'll crush like those ice cream cookies that you get.
oh shit,
Like
Farm Boy.
Farm Boy, you'd crush a box too.
Oh, easy.
Like I would crush a box like that, and then I'll wait probably like 5 minutes, and I'll crush the other box
5 minutes before
like
the
this
ice cream
wasn't-
melts on.
Yeah.
As he selects
You know,
the next movie.
you know what
But you do too, though.
I'm not saying. Why are you telling me like I'm?
I'm just
sitting over here
saying, it's like Mike is impressed that I crush stuff.
I'm impressed,
but
but I'm
it's
not
like-
discriminating.
Yeah, but yeah, I
You
guess.
know what's funny about the Christmas is like I haven't had a ton of like shit. Like I've ate meals and then that's it. I haven't like had shit all around the house from Christmas Eve. That's like so this Christmas and so far it's been like I'm like I don't feel as like normally it's just like 3 days of like
Oh man,
and it hasn't been. But you know what we found? I got tea at the grocery store. Is that they've been those Crustables.
Oh,
Crustables.
dude, I had those from Costco, a whole box once. And you know
never
who
had
what are
told
those
these all
before?
about?
Dude, they're so
I
good.
don't know what they are.
Really?
No, Crustables.
So I was working at Rob's place. We're doing his floor, and he's like, "Bro, try this." And he gave me one of those, and I was like, "This shit
Those
is
things?
so good."
Oh my!
And then
What is that?
You know,
I went to Costco and I got a like
Uncrustables.
big ass box.
It's like a little pie.
so you know what it is? You put it's weird because we got it and you put it in they're frozen, and then you don't put them in the toaster and you let it thaw. Like you need to let it thaw for like
Just-
15
yeah.
minutes. But when you take it out of the bag, it's not cold. Like if you let it sounds. I know it's like that's like yeah. What are you
That's
talking
how
about?
I eat it. I take it out and I let it sit,
And then it's
I
like
eat
it's
it.
like bread. So it's like
Yeah.
a bread. This one's peanut butter and jelly. They have like Nutella ones where it's like it's just bread and Nutella,
Yeah.
but it's weird because you take it out and then you let it thaw. And this sounds so stupid saying it out loud, but you let it thaw and you'd think it'd still be like cold bread or whatever. It's like
Right. No,
there's
it's like
no
fresh bread.
coldness to it. It's really
Right.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't eat a lot of processed stuff, and I'm gluten free.
Oh well,
but
this
that stuff is
screw
calling
you.
my name
Yeah,
right now.
this will be.
Like I said,
Yeah.
we got one of those and I crushed. We crushed it.
Try it.
They're
I haven't
they're
had
like
the
not
Nutella ones,
crazy.
though.
They're like super simple, but it's odd how like
I only got a box and that's it. And then I was over it. I was like, all right, I'm not doing this again.
He eats Nutella and toast for breakfast, and I saw one with like, it's not Nutella, it's like a hazelnut thing, but it's basically Nutella.
I haven't tried that
And
one.
it's just like bread. It's like having a peanut butter jelly sandwich. That one, I guess, without the crust. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. But
No, yeah, but that's usually it. I mean, I usually go for ice cream, Ben and Jerry's, and cheesecake.
Nice.
That's it. And then Farm Boy.
Farm
You
Boy.
put me on Farm Boy.
I
The
think-
cookies and the ice cream sandwiches.
I think I'm trying to remember here, but I took the ice cream sandwich in the middle, and then I took the cookies and put them on the top of the bottom, so you could just eat it all at one time, like dry cookie over top of the ice cream sandwich. And then Vera was like, "Why don't you cut the ice cream sandwich and then put the cookie in between?" And then my mind was blown, and I haven't done it yet, but that is going to happen.
Yeah.
my go-to is like those Pillsbury roll cookies, like the soft ones, the dough, bake those, and then just layer the bottom of the plate and those warm cookies, ice cream, cookies on top, and then it's just like,
Damn. I didn't know that could happen.
yeah.
We even bought like the cookie dough from Costco, the box.
that you
The
could
box.
eat,
Yeah.
or you cook them.
So you can cook them, but like I sometimes will just crush the cookie dough.
Yeah.
Because there's cookie dough now you just buy. That's like, I think it's like you eat it as cookie dough. Whereas like I don't know if I still to this day I still don't know if that's actually bullshit. Where it's like don't eat the cookie dough. It's got to be cooked.
Oh no, man! I've had
No, I'm still alive. I ate
Yeah,
a lot as a
same.
child. Yeah.
Maybe if it's like homemade cookie dough and it's like eggs and stuff.
I think
maybe.
it's the eggs and like the fear of salmonella, probably.
Maybe.
Oh no, I have never had problems. Back in the day, my brother used to work at Subway, and he used to go to Subway, and he'd give me like just like cookie dough. He'd be like, "Here we go, crush a couple of cookie doughs with your sub." Like, all right.
When I was really young during Christmas, I ate an entire shrimp ring and got iodine poisoning.
Oh,
Oh, bro.
What is that? Just shit luck? Like I could. I buy those all
You
the
could
time.
eat a whole one?
I mean, depending on, but
Damn,
yeah.
that's impressive. As a child, I could not do that. So, like, I tried
I guess
my
it's
best.
different being
I went through that whole ring, and then the hours that followed were not fun at all. Like, I was just curled up on my uncle's bed just trying to get through it. And it was like pain, like sharp shooting pains in the gut. But I didn't learn my lesson. I went right back to the shrimp, I think, a couple days later.
Shrimp's too good.
I love
is.
shrimp. Mandarin, I crush shrimp too.
I had shrimp last night. Ooh, no,
I can't do cold shrimp though, like that ring that you
Really?
guys are talking
Ring
about.
with the
I can't do
cocktail
that.
sauce?
No, I like
like
it like
it
just
just
like
as
nice
like-
fried into like nice little fried
Yeah.
with butter or whatever.
It's good protein.
Boom.
It is certainly good protein.
It is, right? It's high in protein.
It is. Can't
Yeah.
knock that.
I get them at Costco too, like the box of frozen shrimp. Those tiger shrimp.
Especially if I used to get them at Farm Boy, the bags. It's just so easy to like eat because once you cook them down, they're small, and then you're like, I could eat a whole bag, and it's like I probably don't need to be in all this
Yeah,
bag, but
yeah,
I actually
yeah.
want 2 bags.
Now I want 2
Yeah.
bags. Yeah. That's what I do with my rice sometimes. I don't fully cook it. Like, I cook it all the way, but like right before it's finished, that's when I like it.
Oh,
Interesting.
And then equally as much, I like to leave it in the rice cooker for like a day and a half, and that's when
Just
the
sitting in the rice
consistency is
cooker.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, cooking rice is definitely like an art form. I just get the 2-minute rice.
The Uncle Ben's.
Yeah.
I have a couple of those just in case.
It's just a
In your
long
pocket?
time.
Yeah, just sitting ready. I don't think I have any right now, but I gotta after New Year's. I'll
It's
go
just
to
so
a grocery
easy.
store and then
it's
I'll
like
go
that's
back
where
on.
I'm like willing to pay for time.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you just put them in
Obviously,
the microwave
they're
and that's
not
it.
like as good for you. Like I'm sure there's shitty aspects to
Yeah.
them, but like
You'd be
whatever.
surprised.
Yeah, either maybe just probably some extra oil and stuff.
How do you guys feel about fried mushrooms?
Oh, I love mushrooms.
Oh.
Any kind of mushrooms.
Any
Fried
kind of
mushrooms. We had that for Thanksgiving dinner. We had the brisket for Thanksgiving dinner with Vera's family. It was massive, dude. The brisket was huge. And we actually fried mushrooms with onions
Make
and a little bit of
spicy.
garlic. Yeah. So good.
Nice.
So good.
Nice.
Some mashed potatoes.
I could eat mushrooms. You could just feel like I could eat
Yeah.
that endlessly.
1,000%.
I can't eat mushrooms by itself. It has to be with something like a steak or like.
Sometimes I get like the big ones and just like put them on the barbecue with like a pineapple and fry a pineapple in that.
All right,
Jeez.
That's a
Okay,
little
now
bit-
we're talking.
And it's like you cut it. They're like the big like I don't know. What
You
kind
got
of
me with the
mushrooms they are.
pineapple.
Portobellos.
Portobello mushrooms. And you
Portobello
just fry
mushroom,
them
yeah.
up, and they don't
Yeah.
even like cook. It's weird on the barbecue.
Yeah, I
they
know.
just like
Yeah.
they're still like really juicy. They don't like dry
Yeah.
out or anything. Those are the
Same
good.
people that made the Uncrustables made the Portobellos. It makes no sense, but it works.
somehow. Well, it doesn't. You you can't really burn them, and no matter how long you cook them, you still cut into them, and they're like
They're good.
super moist.
That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, mushrooms, they've been around.
You know what? Actually, you know what we should do or whatever. Jake just gave me some duck
Oh shit! Yeah.
because he got some duck, and he gave them to me in the bag, and we were just leaving their house, 2 in a bag, and it like I guess for this might be speaking up, but for like transporting them, like you have to like leave a wing on them or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm
I
not
didn't know
familiar.
I don't know.
with
He
it.
he didn't tell me, but I think like basically it's like a big breast, and then it's still got like a full. So you just cut it off before
Yeah.
you like cook it. But
Duck is
that'll be
good. It's like,
interesting.
it's-
I don't know how to
it's-
cook it or anything, so I gotta look it up and try it. I got some in the freezer at home.
I'll come cook it for you.
I would. It'd be probably be good to get like a smoker.
For a duck?
Yeah.
I wouldn't smoke a duck.
How do you cook a duck then?
Pan,
duck.
fry it,
Yeah.
and that's it, bro.
But
You're
they're
good.
like big. Like you
I
wouldn't be able
know,
to fry
I know.
it. It's like this
I
big.
I know. Slow and steady, and then you just toss it into like the oven,
Yeah.
and then you get an internal temperature of I don't know what it is, and then you're good, Gucci.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try.
Have a little bit of mushroom with that.
Pineapple.
Pineapple, Portobello, a couple Uncrustables.
Portobello, yeah, sure, but like no pineapple, bro.
What?
Just why pineapple? man?
Grilled
Jesus.
pineapple?
I'll go with some
Hey
grilled
man,
pineapple.
everyone's got different tastes.
You
It's
don't
all
like
good.
grilled pineapple?
No, he's on the soup.
I can have the mushroom. I'll eat the mushroom and then I'll have the pineapple. Do I eat the mushroom and the pineapple
In
at
the
the
same
same time? No.
Wow.
I like how particular you are, Edis. It's one of the
Very.
foundations of our friendship.
Yeah. And then he goes is like, oh, well, yeah. Or people will put pineapple on their pizza. Psychopath.
Unique. Different.
I like pineapple. I definitely eat it on my pizza. I don't think it's like a psychopathic tendency. by any-
Whatever, man. That's my opinion.
I
I'm
still go
entitled
cheese
to
and
one.
pepperoni.
Cheese and pepperoni, and then you want to ruin it with the pineapple on top of it?
I'm saying if it was, I wouldn't not eat pizza because it's there. If like that was the only pizza, I'd be like, oh, I'm pumped for pizza still.
No.
Would you be like, oh, I got to Uber some pizza?
Yeah, I'll go have Wendy's.
What a weirdo.
When we were here the other night, I was convinced there was chocolate all over one of those pizzas, and it was barbecue
Chocolate?
sauce. Yeah,
Oh.
there were so many types of pizza that I was like, well, this one's probably just chocolate. You know,
Dessert
this is
pizza.
a dessert pizza, which I miss, but like, yeah, that was a lot of pizza that was here.
I know.
And people's minds are blown when you give them a pizza. Like you gave me a pizza one time. I don't know who you gave. Who'd you give a pizza to this time?
Probably
Oh,
Randy
the
took
big
it.
Yeah, yeah,
one.
you were
There's
just
a
here,
mix and
take
match
this.
ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that I haven't had it, but it's got the white sauce on it,
Oh, okay.
right? That's like the I forget what it's called. Dawn, the Dawn.
The Dawn.
Don Jake.
Yeah, from Pizza Project.
Interesting.
Let's see what's going on. That's like the most popular one.
You'd be surprised. Yeah, I mean, you think like pepperoni cheese would be the most popular pizza. Do you think that's the most popular pizza? It has to be.
That or just cheese.
Or just cheese, margarita.
But probably,
Jeez.
well, yeah, margarita. Probably cheese and pepperoni.
Yeah, but white sauce is like it's unique.
Look at that slice of pizza. Oh,
Nice and juicy.
oh.
I can't.
You can't see that far, eh?
No.
Did you got your contacts in? You're going too fast. Way too fast.
It's a
Yeah.
nice looking menu.
But these aren't pizzas.
Signature pizza.
Signatures.
Yeah, this
The
one.
Bianco is also white sauce too.
mozzarella, potato slices, and smoked bacon.
Potato slices.
What was the one that
What's the one up there, the Bianca?
Get your potassium.
White sauce with basil, pesto drops, mozzarella, and
That
parmesan.
would be good.
I don't
Hot
really eat
carne.
pizza, but this is really, it's kind of like the Uncrustables, I guess. Draws
Where's
you
that
in.
one?
The Fairbank.
Yeah. Where is the one with the pineapple on it, bro?
Yeah, there might not be one.
The French Connection. One of the best movies of all time.
I don't think there.
See? You've seen that movie.
I don't think there is any.
You're asleep.
Oh, there we go.
That's hilarious.
White sauce, mozzarella, diced ham, smoked
Gene
bacon,
Hackman
chicken,
forever.
pineapple, and red onion.
Kahuna.
Yeah, kahuna.
Poughkeepsie.
Yeah. Now we're just looking up menus. I haven't eaten dinner really yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
You know what I had for dinner?
Soup?
Shawarma.
Tomato soup?
Shawarma.
How's that feeling?
Good?
Really?
Yeah.
Usually that just makes me feel like shit.
I feel great, man.
It's good, don't get me wrong.
I did go for a run, so
Your guys' dynamic is the best. It's Ennis just being like holding ground, like defending the prerogative. Yeah, all right, yeah, no, that's how I feel.
there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. No, I had shawarma. It was good. I had eggs and turkey bacon for lunch.
Turkey bacon, nice.
Costco, bro.
Costco turkey
They
bacon.
sell good turkey bacon.
Jeez,
Yeah, in like a big value pack.
not bad.
And then I just like split them up into pieces into a Ziploc bag, freeze that shit, and then you're good to go.
Nice.
Good nutritional value.
What are you doing for New Year's?
I haven't undecided yet.
You?
Going to bed at 11 probably.
Last year, I don't think I made it past, like, I don't think I made it to 12.
It's been years, I think, since I have.
And then
Yeah,
we
it's
watch UFC night, you know, and it's no problem. You're like,
Well, it's even, don't even say that. It's not even like it's no problem.
it is a
like-
struggle.
It's still like by the main fight. There's 4 or 5 of us trying to keep our eyes.
Yeah, I
open.
don't know how you guys do that. You guys stay up. You're ready to watch that
It's
fight.
hard,
like,
man.
I gotta go. Sometimes I leave at 10:30.
It's
like-
tough. It's not. I mean, depending. I
At
guess,
home
like,
is so much harder than watching it with like a group of people here.
Yeah.
It's so much
It
easier
just,
to watch
I think
it
the
here.
main thing is that it starts like at like so early.
So early.
Like the fights start. Like we're here at like 7:30.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I see.
Like even when we played poker, like that was a late. Maybe not as late, but that didn't. I wasn't like completely gassed. Like
Yeah, but you're there, you're concentrating, so you're
guess.
not like, you're not really watching just like, not, your brain isn't really
Yeah.
processing shit. You're just watching the fight and entertainment.
Did you guys see a few years ago when COVID was apparently happening and they had the 2 people on camera at like the stroke of midnight making out with masks on?
no, I think.
Yes, I remember that.
it, but-
I remember that. Yeah. That, at New York, like when they had the ball
he
shop.
proposes to her.
Yeah.
They make this whole thing happen, which looked like it was just the most inorganic thing of all time. And then they just start making out with masks
With
on.
masks. I
It was
remember
like-
that.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
see
I was like,
that.
I
It was awesome, man. It was literally that New Year's show in New York. That was like, they were in New York, Times Square.
Like no matter what side of the argument you're on, it was just the most
Awkward. Like
yeah.
inorganic.
Weird.
It just didn't make sense. I was like, are we really doing this right now? Okay. Good
was
for
so
you guys.
weird.
I was happy for them, but I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was
Strange.
You probably wouldn't even like find it anymore. Oh no, it's there. Yeah.
gotta be one of these.
ABC.
This is the #1 tobacco in the world.
Yeah, get it. Henry Pelham. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's gotta be hard to do. Let's go to the actual video. I don't want to watch this guy talk about it. Yeah.
And she's not wearing a mask.
Yeah, true.
She's not wearing a mask, but they
True,
have to
no
wear them to
kidding.
make out behind her,
Yeah,
which
the hypocrisy.
is very interesting. again, doesn't matter what side you're on. It's just like, what is even happening in this video?
Totally.
What is
It doesn't
going
even
on?
matter what yours. It's like something doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. We might go over to Lauren and Jose's, but that's about it. One year we'll do a New Year's party here.
We should.
Party here at some time.
Yeah, we should.
At some point, just do like a Showtime New Year's Eve party.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it'd be good. We should. I think there's a lot of people in our like circle / gym that would be in the same boat. Like as far as like not doing anything, but if it's something like this, they'd probably do it.
I would think so.
It's not like I don't want to do anything. It's just like, what am I gonna do? Go sit and chill with a few people, or just go to bed early?
Right.
I don't want to go out and like have like a party somewhere.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want to go to the bars.
Well,
No,
Edis
definitely
has got to be up at 10:30 to get to Mandarin for 11:45.
They wait in
No,
line.
Mandarin is done, bro.
Isn't
Mandarin's
it?
done.
Isn't it?
I had to
Isn't
book.
it free on?
I'm just playing.
I had to book in advance.
What? Mandarin free?
Yeah.
On New Year's
think
Day?
so.
Yeah. There's a day that
They
it's
had
free.
it.
I think
it might
Friday was
not.
free.
It just might be like some random date.
Maybe on like Chinese New Year.
Maybe.
Really? No kidding.
One day they do have it free.
Yeah.
They do. And we had a time limit of like an hour and 45.
Which is a good amount of time.
It's like, it was perfect.
That's a perfect amount of time.
It was a perfect amount. Yeah, it was perfect amount of time. It sounds odd. Hour and
Canada
45,
Day.
right?
Because I'll
July
spend at
1st.
least an hour.
Oh,
25
July
with
1st,
the
yeah, there you
primary
go.
lady.
Canada Day. Mandarin's free.
Is Mandarin free in Canada? It is our 45th anniversary as a proud Canadian company.
I think they do it every Canada Day though. Maybe not. I don't know.
2024.
I know. That's why.
What'd you have for Christmas dinner, Mike?
Oh, I had slow cooked turkey, and I had some Swedish potatoes, some turnip puff.
Nice.
What else did I get into? A little dinner roll.
There you go.
And I think I had, well, I know I had, my cousin Emma made these amazing chocolate peanut butter balls that were gluten free. And she had them like hidden in the kitchen. She was like, I heard you're gluten free. I know you're gluten free. Do you want to try one?
Go over there.
And I was like, yeah, I'll try those. I was like, give me the whole tray. I bet nobody will find out that I took them. So I went over and just started eating those, but it was amazing.
Do you have a big Christmas?
Yeah, a good group of family.
Just one? Like not just one, but like you have to go to a bunch of different places.
Well, I had dinner last night, and I had a meal with my dad in the afternoon. We had salmon, and strangely enough, he wanted to get this Afghan rice that he really likes. So he went and bought the rice at a place that was open yesterday. Brings
From
it
a
back.
store, like a
And I'm
restaurant.
thinking- I was thinking like, I don't know what to think about this because I've never had Afghan rice. There's different things in it. There's raisins, there's carrots, there's almonds, and different. I like
Yeah.
my rice pretty
Was it
plain.
good?
You like to eat really plain
Yeah,
food
yeah,
too,
yeah.
right? And it was amazing. It was some of the best rice I've ever had.
Nice.
It's like a longer grain, thinner rice.
Yeah.
It was delicious. So we
What's
had that
the
with
restaurant?
salmon.
You got to let me know the restaurant.
said it
They
a
probably
few
have pretty
times.
good food.
They probably do because if the rice is an indicator.
Yeah.
I find the rice. That's I think speaking of shawarma, I think that's what bugs me the most. There is that it's just like the rice there and like different rices like that.
It's so greasy.
So oily and greasy.
Yeah. It's so greasy.
That's what like gets me.
Yeah.
Because there's so much in it too.
That's why you just got to get just the shawarma, bro.
Yeah,
I guess the wrap isn't going to be as greasy as the rice.
I guess. But now.
But you're
think-
right, though. The rice is literally as if they were cooking it in oil.
Yeah,
Which, not really the best.
but not. It tastes good.
Tastes
but
delicious.
Yeah.
sometimes it's like too much. But yeah, no, I got one more. My mom's. That's what I was trying to figure out because they're coming down on Saturday, and then I got to go to Windsor on Sunday, because I'm doing like a friend's Christmas. It'll be funny. Next time we do one, I'm gonna bring like it's a group of buddies from like high school.
Yeah.
Like we do it at one of the guys' houses. Like I talk to them. We're in a group. Like I stay in touch with them quite a bit, so it's good. But I'm gonna bring this stuff,
Oh, yeah.
and like
Cool.
we'll see. Like
Right on.
We'll see if it's like anything that's acceptable
up,
to be
why not?
like
Yeah.
put out. But it's easier said than we'll see when push comes to shove if we do it. But
Nice.
it'll be good. And then but and then also I still want to find. I'm trying to figure out when my mom can come on.
Well, she got to come down here at some point.
Her, and then it'd be fun to have my dad on too.
Tom. Yeah.
And then I was just at Jake and Bailey's, and we got talking about this and everything, and Jade and Bailey, we'll have both of them on. And they'll talk about like whatever race, because like
Yeah,
racing and
because they're
stuff.
racers,
But
yeah.
it also led to another conversation where, like, how actually, just speaking of which, Joe Rogan was just on. You know how him and like Duncan Trussell dress up sometimes? Like they'll have like space
Astronauts.
suits on
Yeah,
and shit like
yeah,
that. Jade was like, they'll wear their racing suits.
With
It's
their
like, just
helmets
keep your
on and
helmet on
stuff,
as long, because
yeah.
for them, they keep the stay in costume
Yeah.
until they're like, can't fucking breathe
That's
anymore,
funny.
take it off.
That's
But
awesome.
that'd be funny. So
We should have done one for Halloween and we dress up.
yeah, like when did you get more, like once it comes more yeah, we definitely could.
Dress up and just be like, let's do one. And whoever comes on, we'll have them
Yeah.
dress up if they want to.
If not, it'd probably be even funnier if they're not.
We're just sitting here.
I don't know how this is going to come off on a podcast, but I've always wanted to wear a wig, some kind of wig. But I was at work one day and I said to somebody, what do you think? What do you think's going on with my bald spot? And this client of mine just turned to me and he goes, "Oh, you need to get a piece right away. You need a piece." And I was like, "I need a piece." I was like, "Is it that bad?" Like, holy. But it's pretty funny. No, I always find wigs just hilarious.
We could just do one next time you're on.
Oh,
We'll just
man.
get like the most
Too funny.
ridiculous
Just a
thing you
blonde
can
wig.
wear.
Yeah. Anyways, so
We'll just get wigs and go to the Mandarin.
yeah, I'm sure they'll love that.
Why not?
They're going to shorten your time frame, 45 minutes.
That's all right. I can do that. No problem.
So what are you training tomorrow, Edis?
Upper body, some sort.
Yeah.
I'll probably do like either I'll do shoulders for sure. And now whether it's gonna be back and shoulders or like chest and shoulders, figure out. And then I'll probably do some ab stuff.
Nice. I can't really get into too much the day after legs.
Yeah.
Like I like to have that buffer day where I can just kind of chill.
Yeah.
I will get on the bike. I might go for a walk. I'll do something.
That's
to get
what
the
I did
blood in there
today.
to recover.
Yeah,
Like we
so
always talk about.
I went and I had legs yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I came in today and I ran.
Just ran, yeah.
Yeah, I just
I
ran.
can't even do that because
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like my hamstrings would get so tight that I'll just try to do something the next
Yeah.
day that's a little strenuous, and then
Yeah,
I'll be
it
like,
was
"Ah,
crazy
shit."
because like I knew going back to a Mandarin, I knew I was gonna go to a Mandarin, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go and crush legs. So it's like even if I go and pig out,
Oh yeah, that's the way to do it.
So it's like I've exerted myself, right?
1000%.
So I did legs and then I went on a Stairmaster for
Yeah.
like 25 minutes after legs.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's why you're crushed.
And then I was like, all right, I'm ready to eat. And then I had to wait like 2 hours before I even ate.
Now, when you train legs, when you guys train legs, are you doing back to front? Are you doing hamstrings and quads, or you
Yeah.
kind of separate them?
Yeah,
separate them?
it's
Always.
whole,
Both,
yeah.
the both,
You
yeah.
recover a lot better that way,
Yeah.
but it can take more time.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like, so what's today? So I did legs yesterday. I'll probably be more sore tomorrow. I think. It's always the case with me.
Yeah.
So if I train legs and it's like I train them really well, the next day is like I feel soreness, and then the following day is going to be.
I do. I like doing
Yeah.
like that's when I'll do the bike.
Yeah, so back
day or
in
next day.
Right, so the back, like when the Peloton was on, I'd love to go on a Peloton and then just flush them out. But we're waiting still for the seat.
So what happened to that mystery seat?
Well,
It should be coming any because it was paused on Canada Post.
What
But it
happened to it
broke.
originally for it to get into the state?
Oh, we don't
that it's
know. That is touchy subject for him.
in?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry I brought that up.
I just like went on there and I tried to like turn it,
Yeah.
and the fucking thing just broke. The handle that turns it to
crazy.
like go up and down.
Have you broke many things inside Ian's gym?
Yeah, lots.
I have.
I should break more stuff.
I have.
No, I'm just playing.
But it's okay. I can fix him, or I fix something else that he needs fixed. So it's like it's okay. It equals itself out.
You know what? Speaking of which, is I gotta go measure it out. I gotta do that wall. Can't let it sit
buddy?
for too long.
I've been off now for a whole week. I'm here. All you need to do is like,
It would
hey,
take
Edis, you want to do this
It
shit?
would be so easy too.
And then when I start working, that's when it's going to be like, hey, man, what are you doing? I was like, I'm at work, bro.
So what's the deal with the wall?
He
Just that
wants to
black
make it-
wall where the couch is. Like when if you look up into the back room, you know that first wall that you see. I just want to do like this accent wall with this wood paneling on, like strip on it.
Okay. Liven it up.
Yeah. So, but it's easy. It should take. I mean, it'll take a day, but that's about it. Painting it and like staining the strapping will take the longest.
You've been just effing the dog, bro.
I haven't had maybe this. Yeah. See, I don't know.
Tomorrow I'm going to go disassemble a sauna and take it home. And then come spring, I'm going to reassemble it in my house.
Oh, let's just put it out back here.
Nope, that's my private use.
The way he shut that down.
Because he probably, so you wouldn't have
He
told me
knew that was
otherwise.
coming, and then nope. Nope.
No, this
See
was
those
like...
pictures? Those are the ones that Brock dropped.
Yeah, I
off.
saw him actually bring them in the other day.
I gotta put those up.
Yeah, this is going to be...
He did that one over there.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful canvas. I love that.
Yeah, a bunch of people have said that.
Oh,
like
it's beautiful.
And the other ones are cool too. Like I appreciate them. Like
Yeah.
they're on the ground over there. There's just like more of that texture style
Yeah.
to the wood.
Yeah.
Have you been still doing much stuff, Mike?
What did I do last? I can't really remember what I painted. Just stuff around my home, just doodling and, drawing and stuff like that.
You got to come do a...
Yeah, you got to
Beam
do
post.
one of the beams.
Yeah, I think I need to.
Just in your style, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I would like to do that very much because I couldn't believe how much
it's
content he fit on that post.
It's cool. Like I'll show you the pictures of it of how he did it. But he basically like first he went in blank wood, went pencil outline, like real rough pencil outline.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he filled all the outline in like a white cloud, basically like literally used whiteout and filled it in. So there's these like white blobs on it, and then he went back over and basically turned it into life with color and like obviously.
How long did
actual
it take
shapes.
him?
I don't know, a couple hours each time, maybe like
Oh, so he was here multiple times.
maybe 6 hours total, maybe.
I think he should do more.
That's what I said.
I think he should do more of those because it just livens up. It's like it's like a little accent to
I
the
know.
room. It just adds that little piece, and you're like, oh, and then you can kind of go up to it and look at it.
There's
more.
so much there, and it's on either side. Yeah, it's really cool.
No,
And
it
it's
is.
going to be here for until this building comes down.
You see my table?
I did see this. Yes.
This was a pain in the ass to do.
So you did this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really nice.
So like it was the blank table to start, right? Like that.
Okay, I remember that table.
And then I painted it black. Right? And then I outlined the whole thing in checkers, like checkerboard.
Painter's
right?
tape.
Painter's tape.
And
like,
then?
And then, so I went like, it was fucking time consuming because it was like all like that, right? Solid. And then I stenciled out the checkerboards in it. And then I painted over like in that style that I do.
Yeah.
Each one.
Yeah.
And then I removed the tape and this was covered. Like,
Yeah.
I did basically
See that.
painted over
See
like that and then took it all up.
How
did a
satisfying
great
was it
job.
taking off the tape?
Yeah, it was good.
It was cool, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most satisfactory thing. When I was painting downstairs and I pulled that tape off at
You
the
just
end.
like start pulling off the
This
tape.
was like the
boy.
ultimate. Like I have it on video too. Actually, I time lapsed.
You time lapse?
It's cool. But yeah, it came out really good. And then I just put that clear coat on it. And then
You're welcome, bud. It was my idea.
Clear coat saves the day.
I started doing it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna take me so long. And then because my original idea was to have people sign inside each box.
Oh,
Like I wanted to make it like something, and then have it like so you could guess or people just up here could sign inside, right?
interesting.
And then it finished it, and I was like, I don't know if I want people like signing
I think you
it.
should keep it like
But
that.
I'll like something like that. So what I might do is like that beam right there.
Yeah.
I might paint it black and then have like a white Sharpie so people could sign that beam or something.
That's dope. See, this adds so much dimension. It's weird that checkers can do that.
I know.
It's interesting when you look at like a checkered shirt or a checkered pair of shoes or whatever it is, and it just adds like length and depth to it.
And I was surprised at how much like it took off, because it was like that was it, right? Like that's all painted, and then I took it off.
I see that.
So it was cool.
Yeah, that is very cool, and it's very even, symmetrical.
Surprisingly, like
I appreciate that.
it seems so like you look at it, like even those or whatever, like you would know, but like there's definitely like, I wouldn't even call it a skill, but like a creativeness to like picking what colors go where and like how many layers, like
1000%.
even those ones and stuff. I have to do like 4 or 5 different layers before it actually like stops looking like tacky and more like just like even having the colors like blend in different colors, like there's 3 coats, you know,
And it's therapeutic at the same time.
oh that's like
It's just the
that's
most-
the main reason.
And
I
it
like
was so
doing it.
rewarding.
Yeah.
Wasn't it rewarding? It's
Yeah.
like at the beginning, it's like, this is going to take me so long. And then at the end, when you start pulling off that tape, it's
Yeah,
just
and
like,
I don't even
wow.
care that it takes long, because there's
Yeah.
very much a
Yeah.
therapeutic aspect. I
Yeah.
enjoy doing it. It doesn't feel like a chore at all.
Yeah.
So it's fun to do.
And I also appreciate with art, sometimes it never, well, I won't say sometimes it's never, that doesn't make any sense, but like you do what you're doing and it doesn't turn out quite like you thought it was going to turn out. So you do the next one and you think, okay, this is how this is going to turn out. It doesn't turn out that way.
Well,
And it makes it more fun and appealing because you're almost chasing that sort of.
it's really funny you say that,
feeling.
because with this, I originally intended, like, since I wanted to have people sign it, I for some reason I didn't think it through, but because I taped out the border first, I assumed there was going to be a border or like rectangular borders in each one of these. When I took the tape off, I'm like, oh yeah, no shit. This is black going to black, so this black border is going to bleed into each one of these.
Yes.
So I was like, that's not at all what I expected to look
Right,
like,
right.
but I like it more.
Yeah.
And like it's a totally different look than what I envisioned in the first place,
Yeah.
because
and it goes with those canvases.
Yeah.
Like your stuff is.
I got to do some more on
coming
those.
together.
Those are, even this is another thing for that maybe you could want to, but I got to get some artwork for the black bathrooms down there. So
Oh, yeah.
I want to do like 4 or 5 more coats on that to really get it like small patches of each one versus just looking too like,
And just toss them on.
yeah, and put them above the toilets in the washroom, because all black, they would look cool. And then with the black borders, they look good too. Once you can't really see it.
Yeah, that black down there turned out awesome.
It did.
Yeah, it did, but it's weird. Like I gotta, because it's 2 different ones. So there's spots where it'll mark easy, and I just gotta figure out like the right black that's not gonna mark. But down there, it's like I have to just face the fact that I should be doing a new coat once a year or something.
Just refresh it. Well, once it's on, it's like tossing on a new coat. It's
Yeah,
not going to
no,
be a
yeah.
big deal.
I spend so little time on that one side of the gym in the
Yeah, probably.
hangout room. I'm rarely ever in there, and I know a lot of people congregate in there.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't as well. Like it's
Yeah.
funny that like I've painted those, and when I shut the other ones down to paint them, people are like,
I
"Where's
never
the
go.
other
I never
side?"
go on that. I never go into that
It's
side.
weird what our tendencies are because
know.
there's so many little nuanced things that we probably all do. Like, for instance, I will never squat on, I don't even know what side it is, on the main bigger side. I'll
Yeah.
always squat on the other side
Yeah.
on the platform.
Yeah.
And the reason I did that is because one time I realized that there was a little bit of off-kilterness.
There is.
And I put my foot down and my knee kind of slid in a certain way when I was squatting.
Yeah.
So I never went back. So I will never go back over there. Meanwhile, there's probably so much flat area that
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
get away
It's
with
probably
it.
just that one time. you
Clearly,
stepped in the
everybody
one-
does squat over there,
Yeah.
so it's no problem. But it's interesting how you pick up on little preferences
Yeah.
and whatever feels safer to do, you do that.
Yeah, no, people were like, I didn't even know it's over here, let alone like I know it's over there, but I don't go over there. It's kind of funny how like, but I find myself doing that. Like, I like to switch it up because I'll have mostly workouts in one side, and then a week later I'll go back. I'm like, oh yeah, like I like, and it also depends what kind of workout you're in, because like
True.
Yeah.
you could set up. I mean, both sides you could set up a little like circuit, but if you have that side, this black side to yourself, and it's music's going, and you just do whatever you want,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
a totally different feel than the other.
It's so
side.
funny you
It's a
say that
different
because like every time, even when you send like a workout and I look at it, that was
can
like
tell what
I can
side
tell
it's
what
on,
side he
yeah.
was actually
Yeah.
working out on. It was like, all right, I can just do all of it here, which is nice. I prefer if I can just do it at one area.
Yeah,
And
See, I like a mixture, but sometimes my workout will start with going around and like, because I like to set things up before I start. So I'll set up a bunch of stations, and if people use them, that's okay. Go ahead and do that. But I sometimes will go around and just get bands and do my thing, and then come back over. But I like to mix it up.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I gotta get some new stuff.
You got to get that
New
ski
stuff.
machine.
What do you-
Yeah, I know. I actually
The
found
ski
gym
machine
that's
and
close.
just like a rower.
Yeah. I want to get rid of that vertical. So if there's anyone that wants to buy a vertical leg press,
Okay.
put a hip thrust machine in there.
Ooh.
And then I still like that shoulder press on the white side. I hate that machine.
Which one?
Like the seated shoulder press.
Oh, next to a lat pull down
Yeah.
machine. Okay, yeah.
It is kind of an odd machine because of the width of
So
it, right?
well,
You
it's, I
kinda-
just so far forward. You're pushing like this. It's
You
like
are.
what kind of shoulder press are you pushing so far
It
forward?
is different. Yeah, I'd much rather prefer a barbell, but it just I've never used that machine.
I don't
That is
like
the
it.
one I think thing that
Same.
I've never.
I
Really,
like the Viking one.
Yeah, yeah.
The
That one
Viking
is
one's
yeah.
beautiful.
I like that one.
Well, especially for shoulder press, you could do
Yeah.
a dumbbell, barbell, that standing, seated, like,
So many options.
and then that one just because again you're pushing like I can't do it just because my shoulders are sore, like, but you push like this, so it's like like it's almost not even like a shoulder press. It's like a front delt. It's weird,
super front delt. Yeah. That's a
which is
interesting
not
motion.
what a lot of people need. I feel
Like the biceps
like-
are in there too.
Yeah.
What was
But-
the toughest? What was okay? Let me ask you. What was the toughest piece to get that you have? Was anything difficult to get, whether it be the logistics of it or purchasing of it or finding of it?
Probably the Smith machine, just because of the sheer price of it.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I was like
yeah.
4 times the amount I spend on any other piece. Really.
But it's a
And
nice piece of
beautiful-
equipment.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful piece of machinery.
What else? Nothing. I don't know. It's been also gradual that like probably for not any good reason, but stuff that I don't have yet. That rower, I need a rower so bad. Stuff like that leg press, like the leg press we have in there was super hard. Talk about hard because it's like you can't really take it apart and it weighs 1,000,000 pounds.
It doesn't come apart.
No.
No way.
I mean, it might. I'm sure technically it does.
Yeah,
but it's not
but
something that like it's
not
one of those
easy
things where
to
you
do.
take it apart and never get it back together.
Shit.
'Cause it's really just bearings, so you need to slide the whole thing off, and it's such heavy pieces that would have been just because of the location. That pull-up machine was really hard too because it's so tall and heavy.
The one behind the door?
Yeah,
Yeah, you want to get rid of that one.
yeah, because it's too. I don't. Yeah, that would be something. If anyone wants a assisted pull-up machine, that's just redundant, really.
And it
Have
works
another
well.
one.
It's not a bad piece.
No,
of
no, it's
machinery.
perfect. It's just we have 2 of them, and
Yeah.
like those are not something that people are just like fighting for necessarily.
No.
Some people probably don't even know that it's there because it's usually behind the door, right?
Yeah, I do like it better.
I use it.
Almost.
I use it.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's different than it is different than the other one a little bit, but still same. The rack was the whole like squat, 4-station squat. What are they called? Rig was really hard because I put that together solo at like from like 11 p.m. and I finished at like 4 or 5. You were there?
No edits that day.
I was there for
Took it down? No, because I had
No.
to drive to Toronto, take it down for the guy, load it in, and then build it. And like that was like you need the big fucking 6-inch
you
hammer
gold,
drill into
yeah.
the ground.
Unbuilt it first.
Yeah, and it was
Came
all like
through.
this over your head, matching up steel beams, and it takes a lot of like actual accurate measurements to like set that up in the right spot because you can't do it twice.
Oh boy.
I remember doing that.
I wasn't
overnight.
around for that.
Yeah, probably
He
not.
was lucky.
Someone did come with me, but I don't think they.
I was there
Hell.
for the other one. I was there for the other one. For the one that you got from Windsor and then
yeah,
for the
the
other
half
side.
one. Yeah, that one. Yeah. We went to go get that one. That one wasn't bad. Even that one, at least it comes right off the wall, and there's no real like hard lining it up. The other one
Right.
was like, if one spot was like wrong over here, then halfway through it, they
It
didn't
just
even
can't connect. Yeah.
And then it's all like, yeah, you got to do the hammer drill in the ground, so it's like you can't
Good job, man. I'm proud of you.
Well, it's still standing, so
Yeah.
Sounds hard as hell. What's the most underrated piece of equipment we have here in the gym, you guys would say?
Underrated. Ooh, that's a good one.
because we don't have a ton of equipment, I would say that isolateral pull down. Like the lat pull down with this individual pulleys.
Okay, yeah.
I'd say that is like super, not, I won't call it rare, but how many places have a pull down? Most places, but like
That have
no one
two of
ever
them.
uses the single or just like doing like
Mike
single.
uses the single ones.
Yeah, but I
seen
don't
you
think a
use
lot
it.
of people
Some-
do.
So when you and I trained for a little bit, we used the single hand pull down.
Most people just still just join them up
yeah,
together
yeah,
and
yeah,
put them
yeah.
down.
I feel like that's one of the most misused pieces of equipment as well. Like that pull down, the way people kind of contort their trunk, like move back and forth and pull down,
Yeah.
and like they think they're targeting this or that, but maybe they're not. And
I don't know. What would be something else? I don't know.
I feel like the glute ham raise is something that
Yeah,
doesn't get-
no one uses that.
And for development of a full contraction on your hamstrings, that's got to be one of the best machines.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's other ways to do it too. But a seated curl doesn't quite do the
yeah,
trick
not
because
many
of the-
people.
you get
But-
knee flexion, but you don't get the full contraction.
Stuff like the belt squat too. Like, I don't think it's the most. Like, I don't think it's the best. So then it can't be like the most underrated. But that one probably is good. Just a lot of people don't use it because they don't know how, and that one might be a little harder to actually like set up.
Yeah.
So then for me, it's like, well, do you switch it out for something that just more people can use more easy, or do you let the few people that use it have the advantage of having a unique machine like
And
that?
they really love it. It's kind of
Yeah.
like the vertical leg press.
vertical
You get
leg
a couple
press is
people that
exact
just
same.
love the vertical leg press.
I've
I
never
don't hate
used
on
it.
it. I think it's great.
I think it is too. I haven't used it in a long time, but
I don't think I've ever used it. Actually, no, that's a lie. You had it in one of the
Yeah.
workouts, I think.
that one's good to go. I gotta. That's probably the most important one to get rid on the top of the list to get rid of.
I think the latest best adjustment or kind of thing that you guys have added is the weight rack to the right of the hammer strength platform off the wall.
Yeah, that one was awesome. The
Yeah,
wall mounted one.
The
yeah.
wall mounted one.
It just
saves
freed up
so much room.
Yeah.
And it's just great.
Yeah, yeah, that one. That was like the more I see that, the more I'm gonna probably put like the bar mount that hangs on the wall for that corner where that tree is that stands on the ground. Because it's like you don't really realize, but if there's nothing on the ground there and that stuff's on the wall,
Yeah, because it's like the best is when you find equipment that you can, or like for weights, where you store your weights. If you can put them on walls or whatever, just so you can save space.
well, it's like
in the
it's
floor.
like all the stuff that's gone on the wall on the other side. Right, like I just keep adding
Yeah.
first the bar, then the second bar, and now the plates
it's
are
so
down there.
efficient.
and it like looks nice and clean on the wall. It's hard to like,
And then you have them like set, right? You got your 45s, 35s, 25s, 10s.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't have to take off like a whole bunch of 45s to get at a
Yeah.
35 or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
that's-
So it's
that's the
like
beautiful
it's
part
so
of
efficient,
Yeah.
you know?
even that side that you're talking about, I need one more peg in there.
You do probably
lighter
for
weights.
the 5s and the 2.5s. I would,
But I can do the same thing I did on the other side, on
And just
that side.
individual, yeah.
and just
Yeah.
because I still have more of those, because I take all the weight pulls off the machines, right? You know what I'm talking about, like the plate holders
Yeah.
on the machines. I take them all off,
Yeah.
so people can't leave. They got to put it back on the main tree, versus like letting it scatter throughout a little bit on each machine.
Right, yeah.
So I have I have a box still of just the like weight holders. That like the ones I put on the wall over there. So
It's nice when you can maximize the space,
Yeah.
right? And just like make it as efficient as possible.
yeah.
Right? So if it's a wall that's just like empty there, you might as well use it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And
true.
just
Get stuff off the floor.
get stuff off the
It's
floor.
that one. So I know you're always at odds with it, probably cleaning it up because it's always just probably a nuisance. But like that middle area where the double cable rack is. You've got that.
It's
shelf.
like a
probably not-
controlled chaos
Yeah.
type of thing. Like it's you pick and choose your battles.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's it. Look, if that wasn't there, then like shit would just be on even more all over the place. Like
everywhere.
so, it holds. It's kind of
Yeah,
one of
you're
the
right.
spots where you just
You
like
came a long way, bud.
thanks, coach.
Well, you did. Technically speaking, you really have, because knocking down that wall in my time, I mean,
Yeah, you've
generally
seen it
speaking,
since the beginning, right?
Because
That's,
you're the OG. Mike's one of the OGs.
Like he would come
man.
in before we even had memberships and train with like Heather and stuff. Like
Yep.
That's so
OG.
sick. I wish I would have saw it, like been here and seen that.
Yeah, Heather brought me in because she was getting ready for, after a pro card, she wanted to train more
Yeah.
and compete more. So we would come in and do leg days on Saturdays.
yeah,
And that was just like, well, I couldn't recover like they could, but my nervous system would be shot.
Yeah, I mean, that
I'd
was a
just like
totally
leave the
different
next day.
thing.
Kind of like how Edis and I would train. I mean, it's still the same way I train now, but
but then you saw it like there, and then you saw it like awkward middle stage, and then a less awkward middle stage.
Yes, I did.
And now it's like
yeah.
there's people don't even see it, like know it for what it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, during COVID, I would warm up in my kitchen, come over
Yeah.
here, race in, spend my hour, whatever it was, get over to that rack, which is up against the wall, which is now, that wall is gone.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
opens
yeah.
up into
Yeah,
the
I
nicer
remember
new
that, yeah.
room. But I used to do my squatting and all my overhead pressing and everything I could do with a barbell, because they shied away from just about every machine, do that stuff, and then I'd get out, and that would be my workout. But that was before we would have the downstairs opened up in the main
Yeah.
area for everyone to use. And then at one point you had Sundays on the weekends.
Shared.
Right, shared.
You would allow that to be
Right.
open for everyone to use.
Which sounds so silly, but I mean,
That
you just
was
worked
awesome.
with what you
Yeah,
had.
but
yeah.
that's what you had to do, because
Right.
at one point you had it very siloed. You had things
Yeah,
separated.
yeah. Right.
So that was like the introduction of you
It
getting.
was the only way to
there.
do it, because it's like, how do we
Yeah.
like? What are we gonna?
Because it
not
was like the
tear this
trainers
wall
were
down?
only on that side, right?
Yeah.
And everybody else was on this side.
Even when it was on that side, like remember when it was just that small space and like
Yeah, I do remember it, of course. And I think that it's such an appealing gym to look at too. Like when I would see
Totally.
videos and things, I would be like, oh, I got to go train at that gym. I got to go check it out. And it still maintained that sort of draw.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
still has that appeal, that look to it, even with all the adjustments and everything. that's
Yeah,
been done.
even from the time that I was here, the transition of it.
Well, when
Oh.
you look at like, it's cool. Like you and I like literally did everything in there. There isn't very much that was like hired out.
No.
Like shit, like the turf. Someone had to come put the turf in.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, what
We
had
put in the
what have we
lights.
not done in there?
Yeah.
Great turf, by the way.
You know what though? It's
It's peeling off.
it's not peeling off, but people do heavy deadlifts on there.
Oh,
and it makes it bubble a little bit. So
Okay.
it's probably pretty easy. I probably do just need to like. I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably 5
is there a
years old.
reason why they do deadlifts on it?
No,
I just feel like Ian, you're the least overbearing person. Like I don't see you as going like, okay, guys, we got to stop the deadlifts here.
I might that because it does. Like you'll see now, you'll notice it.
I
like
didn't even realize.
it bubbles. Up
I've
now
seen the
where-
bubbles,
where they
for
do
sure.
it, and it's like at the end of the day, if it's going to cause a problem where the turf is going to be need replaced, I don't have a problem with that. Especially because there's a platform. There's 6 other racks you could do it in. So
Yeah.
it is a little silly that they are on there. But who am I? Like it's not that. Like it's also because they don't like unless you're hyper aware of what's going on small increments like that. Then
Yeah.
what's the difference? But
Yeah.
Well, the difference is you have places you squat
I guess
and
that
deadlift.
would be one thing that I
dedicated
might want to
for that.
address. It's almost weird because there's like so little
I'm
people
sorry.
that actually do it
Yeah.
that it's kind
And
of
it's like have a little bit of awareness and have a
Yeah.
little bit of respect.
no, but even
But
like the
anyways.
sign, like I've had 5 or 6 different renditions of front signage over the years.
Yeah, it's true.
Like,
yeah.
you remember when the first one above the door was just like the guy and the girl? Do you
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
those?
I remember that with like the outline of their body.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
On a barbell.
Yeah, which was great. I mean,
Yeah.
at the time, that was dope.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You can just make so many iterations in the same place, and it looks so unique.
And it's cool to have stuff like your stuff all over it too. Like such like even up here and down there, it's like it's a community contribution to like
Yeah.
and even stuff that we like the paint, it's all done kind of in house from people here anyways.
Yeah, which is just cool. I mean, it's
Yeah.
awesome. That's when you talk about community, right? And when you talk about a group of people, you know.
It's like what
come
we
in.
were talking about the other day, and you just said this like before you got here. He's like, "Do you know anyone else with like the type of setup up here?" And like me and him were just talking about that, about how like even you and I, and like anyone that has had deeper or had conversations or hung out up here, it's like me and Edis definitely like what are we just gonna like, yo, you want to come over to my house after we work out and hang out? Like that's cool, but like that doesn't happen, right? Like so like even you and like, you know, what are you doing tonight? Like we wouldn't have like connections with a lot of people, let alone like some of your closest, the people you're closest with now, if there wasn't like a common ground place where you could like
Space to
chill.
congregate, of course. Yeah, there is a great sense of community here, I believe. I think that a lot of people enjoy, I know a lot of people enjoy coming here big time. They love their time working out. And I think I heard on your guys' podcast a couple days ago, you guys were talking about how everyone's friendly and inclusive and like to be here together. And that's really cool, because you would think, and I think AJ, our buddy AJ was saying this the other day, it was a few months ago actually, he was assuming maybe people wouldn't be friendly in a space like this because everybody's very competitive and training and things like that, but it's really not the case.
Complete opposite,
it's always been.
When I came here, I was very timid. Yeah, I was very afraid.
What were you afraid of?
It's different than timid.
No, I'm just joking. No, it was that. But I understand what you're saying, right? So it's like, I remember when I came in here, I was like, I don't know what the situation is. Like, what's the deal here? What's going on?
Give Addis 10 minutes. He knows everybody in the building.
But it's cool too, like now having a couple of those parties in a row too, where it's like, it's the same spot, but it's not like we're not all going out to a restaurant like okay, see you after or something.
Yeah.
But it's like so much more comfortable. Imagine you have like, okay, hypothetical, you have a Showtime party in a restaurant or in, let's say, whatever, rent a space out. It wouldn't be the same as it would be like coming here. It's like you're coming to a gym, you're automatically comfortable because you already know where you're going and what to expect, right? So it's like, and then you come up here. For the people who show up here for the first time, they don't know what's going on up here, right? Because they don't know what's up here. And then they come up here and it's like, whoa, right? And it's like, I would come here again, do it again. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the next one.
I think the 25th.
25th of January?
Yeah, I think that's the set.
You're going to send out an email?
Yeah, probably on like the 24th.
I don't even know if I was on an email list for a long time until you put me on.
You weren't actually. 'Cause
I wasn't.
You hadn't paid your membership in a couple of years.
That's all right. I installed the lights.
Gotta put that in there. Already.
Are you training tomorrow, Mike? Your schedule is completely off, eh? I haven't, because usually you were on my time when we come in and train.
I got a different schedule.
And then you have like a completely different schedule now.
It's
did that throw you off? Did it take you some time?
Yeah, big time. Like I work, I absolutely love my job, but I work different hours now, and it's tough to keep up with the training schedule. But I find myself doing stuff after 6 now, and like that's way different than coming in at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. after my work day, which is what I was doing before.
Yeah.
So then I got to find ways to get creative, and it still gets done, but it's just like not drinking the same amount of coffee or not having caffeine in my system, and making sure that's not the case after hours. And
because after
only going for an hour, and then making sure I go for a long walk or do some cardio after, so I recover a little bit better, and little things like that. I was talking to my buddy Chad in Florida. He's a amazing trainer down there, and he was talking about not cherry juice. Yeah, I think tart cherry juice after hours or something like that. Late at night is what he would drink when he was done training. Like little
chill out or something.
Yeah, I think it restores your glycogen quicker, something like that. I haven't looked it up in a long time, but he was a big proponent of it. So there's little things like that, but certainly my schedule's changed a lot. But like I work a 2 to 10 p.m. shift now, 3 days out of the week, and then I rotate to a different hour or different hours the next week, and then I go back to the 2 to 10. So that's nice because I can come in the morning and train.
Yeah.
get stuff done. But as far as tomorrow goes, I'm going to work till about 5 p.m. Might do something afterwards, but then I got to work again on Saturday. So, you know, it's just kind of like...
It's hard when you come in late and then have to work the next day.
Yeah.
Early, for example,
It
right?
is tough.
I remember when we had that time split here during COVID or whatever, I remember it was like 6, I think mine was like 6:30, I have no idea. And you train that late, right? And then it takes so long for you to like calm down before you can actually go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
But now even I'm fortunate enough that I can come here around 4:35, right? Bang out a workout and I'm good. But like the later I train, the harder for me is to like get to bed.
Wind down. That's why hockey screws.
Right? Like that's so it's like
It's at 10 to 11 at night.
Yeah,
Get home at 11, you're like
right.
wired.
Wired.
Still. So then it's like those are the days also that I need to get up at 5. So then it's like 1 o'clock. Okay, I guess it's just like based the fact that it's just 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But
yeah,
and it's also the quality of your sleep too.
Right.
You may think you get to sleep.
Right.
And I have this argument comes up with me with people that, you know, either drink a lot or smoke a lot of weed, and it's like they're able to crash, but at the same time, the quality of your sleep's not the same.
it's insane. Oh man, I wish I remembered it. The last like 2 weeks, I've been it's been a while, but I don't know. Maybe it's just coincidentally in the last 2 weeks I've been smoking way less. Maybe it's even not even before bed, but it's like even the hours leading up before bed I haven't been, and the dreams I have are insane.
Yeah, this is sick that you get dreams like that.
But you don't smoke.
But I don't. I don't.
I don't know.
And I rarely get like vivid dreams, dude.
They've been wild. Like, they've been like I remember. I wish I remember. If you asked me like an hour ago, I probably would. It was last night. I had the craziest.
You should start writing them down, dude. Just make like footnotes or something.
Yeah, just talking to like make a voice note of it.
Do you get dreams?
I do. I had a
Like
dream
a
the other
lot?
night that I was supporting somebody after they went on a date. I was like hanging out with them and like talking them through it or something. I was like, what am I doing with my time?
Like
in
I
this
know
dream?
you said in the past is like, all right, like you smoke before bed and then like obviously you're not gonna have dreams or whatever. It's like, but it's like that's not the case. It's like I don't,
because that's like a known thing that if you smoke before bed or like whatever and then you stop, you'll have like nightmares for a little bit until you like, and that's obviously just has to do with the type of sleep you're getting and how deep it is. And
like
shit.
I believe that I have like for myself I sleep really well. I fall asleep really quick and I'm good. Like I'll have I try like I want to get 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours.
Do you wear your watch to bed?
No, I don't. But I do get like if I take a nap during the day sometimes and I wear a watch and it tells me it's like
I wear it to
motionless,
bed every
restless.
night, so I can see how my sleep is and stuff.
Like your REM and everything. Yeah, that's pretty sick. I should do it just to see what happens and like how my sleep pattern is. But like I'll fall asleep really quick, but a few hours later, like let's say, I don't know, 12 o'clock past, let's say I go to bed at like 9 and then past like midnight 1, if I hear anything or like my dog, I will hear it and I'll wake up.
Wide awake.
Yeah, so I'll wake up if she wants to go outside or whatever, which rarely happens, but it's like I'll hear it. You know what I mean? Even the smallest like noise, if there's commotion outside, I pick that up and it's just like I wouldn't miss that. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know if my sleep is really that deep. I have no idea. But if there's no commotion, if my dog doesn't want to go out or whatever, I'll sleep the night through and I'll be like, I'm fine.
What do you think that is when they say people are light sleepers?
I don't know. They probably just.
Like, do I consider myself a light sleeper? I don't think
I'm
so.
definitely not.
So they must be in a certain phase. Like they only enter into
assume
phase 1,
so.
phase 2, and they're like in that literally light level of sleep. I've never really contemplated what this all means.
Probably. You that would probably in turn be like you have shit sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you if that you ask that person on average, they're like, yeah, no.
My mom does. Yeah, I know. I've met a couple people that are like that.
Yeah, but it's like
Even to go up to like to wake up to piss and stuff like that, like you'll ask someone and they'll be like, yeah, I get up 3 times a night every single night. Who doesn't? And I'm like, what? I haven't got up to pee in the middle of the night in like years.
I used to get up.
It's a skill.
I used to get up, but that's because I drank late, and then I stopped drinking. I was like, after 7 o'clock at night, I stopped drinking water or anything.
Yeah.
And I was just like, then I'm good.
Yeah, I don't even put any like thought to like. I couldn't even tell you. Like,
Well, that's the pattern that I've noticed. Every time I drink liquids like late at night, I tend to get up once to like piss. But it's funny because like I'll wake up and I'll go back to sleep and I'll fall back asleep right away.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
same. But like T will be yelling like she sleeps good too, but like she'll like Jade will have to get up for her because she's yelling to go pee or whatever happened, right?
And you don't hear that?
And I don't hear anything
Oh,
at
okay.
all. Like I
you
get
must go
nothing.
like deep.
Yeah, I
See, I would hear that definitely.
I wouldn't like. But it's weird.
In the past, there's been cases where Vera's like, yeah, Remy was up at night at like 1:30 in the morning, and I'll be like, I didn't hear that.
I definitely
So
think
it's
though that
like-
like if I'm home by myself with T,
You would hear it?
yeah, like I'd
Yeah,
be like,
'cause you're
okay,
more-
I'd
you're
tell
falling
myself
asleep.
before bed.
Yeah.
I gotta hear shit, and like,
But then would
silly
you
as
have
it
that
sounds,
good sleep? Would you,
I don't know. Probably.
or would you sleep like
No, it's-
technically on edge? It's like you're like,
No,
am I really
I don't
sleeping
even think
or
it's
not?
like sleeping on edge. I think it's like it sounds hokey pokey, but if you tell yourself to be aware, like I think I'd get a good sleep, but like I would somehow have this alertness on in the back of my head, even though I'm like getting the same sleep. I know it doesn't make
it's
sense, but
I think it's an awareness. I think that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Because I do a lot of sleep meditation before I go to bed, and they talk about like going into this like non-conceptual mind that you have, and you're just kind of not thinking about things, but you're feeling things.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
do like
yeah.
body scanning, and you feel like your left toe or your right wrist, and they go through all these different points in your body.
yeah.
But you become very aware of all that, and it kind of calms you down because you're not thinking so much about
Yeah.
different things. So I think there's probably something to that.
Probably, yeah, for sure. I don't know.
I believe if there's a lot of shit on your mind, you'll have a shitty sleep.
Of course.
Like if you think about like
Oh yeah.
dumb
Of course.
shit, right? So and you're falling
that
asleep.
if I wake up at 3 or wake up at 4 and I have a lot of things going on in my life, I'm more prone to being like, it's almost like the noises that you hear.
Right.
Like I can hear that chatter in my mind and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, that's still going on.
I'd say like at a point, I'd say within the last year or two, say a year, there was shit like not even negative stuff, just stuff with business stuff.
Yeah.
Preface this business stuff that like I never got to the point where I had anxiety about it, but I knew like after a couple days turned into weeks, like I could not fall asleep in bed because my mind would go there, and then I'd have this like anxiety. Sure, it is, but it's more of just like
Yeah.
racing, and then I'd have a little bit of anxiety about it because
Yeah.
it was big issues, and
Yeah.
then I could not like, and then it was weeks and weeks, and I'm like, oh my god, like I have to fall asleep on the couch now because I know if I go upstairs before I'm already out,
Yeah.
I'm going to be in bed,
You're gonna be
wide awake,
Yeah.
stressing for like hour or two.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of like those problems didn't go away, but somehow like that.
yeah.
But it was for sure. I had just like, oh man, like I can't go upstairs now because I know if once I get in bed,
Yeah.
subconsciously now because I'm already thinking about it, I'm gonna start thinking about that one thing, and then it's gonna be like, you know, you're gonna start going on about it in your head. So I had to fall asleep on the couch, and then I could go upstairs. I could fall asleep on the couch, go upstairs, and then go right to bed because I was, you know, like I'm just basically awake for 30 seconds while I go upstairs and then crash in bed. But that was like weird. I was like, oh, maybe this is what like people
Like, could
go
you?
through.
Because people get like nocturnal, dude, and they can't sleep.
Yeah, this.
They get insomnia.
Yeah, I guess like it would be that insomnia, but I'd almost more relate it to like what people deal with like anxiety wise.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't have like that particular problem in my life, it wouldn't
Right.
be a thing. I'd just be thinking about something other, and I'd go to bed. It wouldn't be something that creates
Yeah.
this like anxiety in me.
Yeah.
But problems like that do turn into like you just are wide awake.
You ruminate.
Well, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, definitely. And like that stuff still comes out throughout the rest of the day, but I don't have anything to distract myself
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it when I'm laying in bed
Yeah.
at night. Like if I think about it during the day, but it's like, okay, that's just something I need that happens during the day that I deal with.
Yeah.
Not like, or again, I can just easily distract myself.
And then just like turn it off, flip the switch, and it's like time to
versus
go to
like
sleep.
then I'm like, man, there's people that like do this and like have stressful shit, let alone just some sort of insomnia that like
It's scary,
can't
man.
turn this off.
Insomnia
And
is
I couldn't
crazy,
turn it
man.
off.
It's
It
like
wasn't something-
really like wild because then you start. I mean, you know, like your
Oh, it's
mind.
terrible.
It's terrible.
Terrible.
Right?
But that's the other thing too. If you don't have tools to emotionally regulate yourself, like we come to the gym and burn out a lot of that mental energy
Right.
and do a lot of things. But imagine being a person that struggles like that, does not have that outlet, and just lays there every single night, just wide
It's
awake.
horrible.
Like that is just
Yeah, I
hell on
only
earth.
bring because there's something that like happened long enough over a long enough period of time where like it became this thing where like
Do I need
I wasn't
help?
even worried about like the trigger for it was that main thought, but now I had this anxiety about the situation of being in bed and then thinking about it.
It
'Cause
multiplies.
I was like,
There's multiple
okay, I guess I'm
factors.
just staying up now.
Yeah,
Because
multiple
if I'm watching
factors, yeah.
TV, I'm distracted by the
Yeah.
TV. Then I fall asleep. Then I go upstairs and fall asleep.
Yeah.
And it's like cutting the switch off to like
Yeah.
letting your brain get to it. And then it's like, that's
Yeah.
not good. Like,
yeah.
Sleep is so important,
and it was
man.
just something that's like some people don't deal with as far as like that particular
Subject.
subject, but it's just kind of part of life. I just never like. It's
Yeah.
not that I woke up thinking about it. As soon as I was out, it was like every other night. But like, oh wow, like I never lay in bed more than 15 minutes without passing out, and now
That
it's like
sucks.
an hour and a half
Yeah.
later,
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
a lot
like
to deal with.
still in circles in my head.
Yeah.
So go downstairs, watch TV, fall asleep, and come back up. But yeah, it's other than that,
Yeah, definitely. I think sleep is so important for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Mental health, muscle growth, recovery.
Yeah.
Just, you know, be in the right state of mind. It's just like
And it is a fun thing to do, but it's also not a fun thing to like have the discipline to go to bed early.
and then there's another thing. Yeah,
just
that's
sucks.
right.
I
But
don't
then
have
there's
it.
like
That's
there's
another
people
thing.
that like oversleep too. That there's also like you don't want to sleep too much
yeah.
because that can then be bad.
Yeah, of
right?
course, of course.
Like,
Yeah,
why-
you got to
like,
find your
you know,
sweet spot,
right?
and you got to stick to it, and you got to almost have like the same.
And then it's like,
Bedtime
what
is
is
the
the
wake time
right?
all
What
the
is the right? A sleeping pattern, right? Like, do you sleep at like 8 hours straight, or do you take like you have a 24-hour day and then you take naps throughout the day and
Polyphasic
night?
sleep, yeah.
Like, what is the right proper thing, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's science behind it. Because it's like, are we going 100 years back or like 200 years back? Like, how did people sleep back in the day, right? Did they just like sleep when they needed to rest?
when the bear stopped chasing them, they close their eyes.
I
Probably.
think so.
Because it's like, if you're hunting for food, man, you're not going to sleep. Oh, it's 8 o'clock at night. It's at 9 o'clock, time to go to sleep. You're going to go hunt.
With what clock?
Whatever time of day it is, right? And you're taking a rest and going to sleep whenever you're full of belly.
What'd
Yeah.
you get for Christmas? What'd you get for Christmas?
Nothing. Dishwasher. I bought a dishwasher.
Nice. That's a
sick.
pretty good.
Yeah.
You?
I was given cash by the old man, and I gave him the same amount of cash. And so,
Just out of principle.
This is awesome.
hold on. So I said to him, like, I gave him the hundreds. I gave him a couple hundreds or whatever it was. He gives me 50s, and at the end of it, I went like this. I went, "Can I just have those hundreds? Because
You got change for this?
yeah, can I just get that back?" And then I go to leave for the day, and I left the cash sitting there on his on my uncle's coffee table. So I never even came home with the cash. So now he's
hilarious.
sitting on all the cash at his place.
That's hilarious.
But no, that's pretty much it. Dishwasher. I gotta pick that up on Monday.
It's so funny with T. One of the funniest things was like she got. People kept asking like, "Oh, what does T want?" Blah blah. She doesn't really want anything like big, like one big thing. Like
Right.
we've done it before where you're like, "Oh, okay, you don't want it, something big, but like let's still gotta do it."
Yeah,
So, yeah, I don't know. besides the point. We were opening up gifts, and like she was like just kind of maybe through her stockings or whatever,
Right.
and like she's like very like, oh, like love this, right, and like loved everything, was super excited with everything. But there was one thing where like she unwrapped, she's like, oh my god, I needed this so bad, thank you, I'm so excited, basically. And you know what it was? Her probiotics.
No.
So it's just like,
no, that's priceless.
and like she probably had just run out of them. Like she takes them in the morning or whatever, like with her little gummy multivitamin.
Yeah.
And she was like, and I was like, what? And it was the probiotics.
Oh
like,
my god.
reaction. That was probably the biggest reaction she had was for her probiotics.
That's
too
awesome. What about yourself, bud?
Clothes, socks.
Oh yeah, I got jeans.
Oh,
Nice.
that's pretty solid.
Yeah, two pairs of jeans.
Nice. Not bad.
T got me a back scratcher.
That's sick.
They go like,
Dude, I never wore jeans before, man. Like, it's been a
Oh.
while since I wore jeans.
you were in. When you find like the right pair of
Yeah.
jeans.
Oh,
it's
dude,
the
I
best
tried them
ever.
on and was like, this is sick.
I wear
And I
them all
wore
the
them
time.
to the
like,
Mandarin, bro.
I wear jeans everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
Especially in the winter.
Yeah, you gotta.
And I go back to the same. I get the. Fuck, I forget what the store's called. And I probably have like, no, not even kidding, each color. And then I've gone through now 5 or 6 different, and I get the same ones, but they rip in the same spot, every single pair, right in the groin right here. They start to pull. And I'm like, okay, it's time for a new one. And like 8 out of 8 of them have ripped.
Same, and you keep
torn
going
right.
back.
Yeah, because they fit awesome. I think it's just wear. I don't think
Yeah.
that like, okay, maybe there's some that won't wear there, but
Yeah.
I get it's like the exact same size cut thing
Yeah.
every single time.
I always try to save a little bit of money when I go to Florida and go shop at the Marshalls because they have jeans for like 30, 40
Yeah.
bucks, and it's just like the best shopping.
Yeah,
That's
I love
awesome.
it down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. What else? Elbow pads. That was a good one.
My dad got me this little like mallet thing, and he like pulls it out. He's like, "Oh, have you seen that before?" I go, "No." He's like, "That's for your ground beef, and you can
Oh,
beat
yeah,
it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
throw
Oh,
it
shit,
apart." And I was like,
yeah.
"I've
You
never seen that
used
before."
like one of the ones with like the square with the.
No, I've never.
diamond type
No, I've
things
never.
on it?
I've never even touched one of those before. So I've been
You
standing
tender
there
the meat
like a
with
sucker
that.
with a spatula, just like
Put it on inside saran wrap, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
And then beat the shit out of
Anything
it.
that helps me consume more ground beef, I'm all for.
I actually don't know that. I usually use that with like chicken.
Chicken or like a piece of steak or whatever that you want to like tender it out. But like,
Okay.
yeah, chicken is.
Ground beef would be. I don't know.
Hmm.
You have to let us know.
I see a lot of people using microphones and they stick them on weird things, like in videos and stuff like that. Those
Oh yeah,
fuzzy
yeah,
ones.
yeah. I know what you're
It
talking.
looks like something that I could use for that as well.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Like a handle for it. Yeah. No, that's other
pretty much
stuff,
it. Yeah.
Jade got Jade a Ring doorbell. Do you have Ring?
I have Ring.
Like the Ring one.
Yeah, I have all Ring.
Speaking of which, can I hardwire that myself?
Fuck.
Right, I can.
You have a doorbell already there? Yeah, so yeah.
It's easy.
For me. You should be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you gonna get the camera as well? Or like the motion camera?
Maybe.
Because I got the motion light with the camera. It's pretty sick.
Is it wireless?
No, hardwire.
Is it pretty easy to run it? Not
Well,
really.
It is. It like depends where you want to put it. But for example, it's your front door, right? You got the doorbell,
Yeah.
and then there is like usually at the front door you have a light outside
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
door. So you replace that light with the motion sensor light, so it goes
Oh,
boom
yeah,
off.
yeah. But what about the camera?
The camera is with the light, so the light goes on. The motion sensor light goes on, and the camera turns on.
The
But
camera on the doorbell or another camera?
there's another camera with the light, so there's 2 heads of light, and then underneath is a camera.
And it screws into the
Oh yeah.
bulb?
No, you take the whole thing off. The whole like,
Oh, that's easy.
dude, it's sick. It's so sick because it's a
So you're not really running any new wire or anything?
nothing. You just take the existing off and you
that's a
just
good
put the ring system on. Bro, it's the best thing ever. I want to get one for my backyard as well. Because the lights are, boom, it floods it. And then you see like literally people coming from the street into your driveway.
Yeah, I don't know if I need that.
Okay, man, I'm just telling you.
Dennis, what's the wildest thing you've seen in your neighborhood?
SWAT team coming
SWAT
in.
team. I remember the SWAT team.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
SWAT. I've seen a dead person
Okay.
dragged out of a
Oh.
house
Oh.
and left on the front yard.
Your house?
No, not of my house. Just a block down the street. Like they literally like boom took
Like someone did, or the
someone
police
did. No, someone did. So the lady died in the house. They dragged the lady out, left her on the side of the on the property or whatever.
Crazy.
And then in the middle of it, by me like driving by, the cops were like pulling in. And then I came back and they had like just like a tarp or like whatever
Yeah.
over top of it. Wild. SWAT was crazy. SWAT was nuts. They literally shut the power off of the building, ran in, just a whole commotion. Like this SWAT vehicle came just like out of the movies, dude. It was nuts. And they came from like, they shut the whole intersection down, came in, and they had like same in the movies, dude, like guns out, drawn, lasers pointed, and people were like,
Did you grab yours and was like, you guys need any help?
you don't. And I'm just like peeking out the window, man. And it was literally like the guy on like the megaphone or whatever, right? Please come out with your hands behind your head. And then one person at a time will come out, turn around, do a 360, lift up your shirt, keep walking. It was wild. Yeah. SWAT was probably wild. Yeah, that person was nuts too. Yeah, it's wild. I love my neighborhood, man.
I wonder.
I do it.
Note of this. I wonder if we'll pick up that music downstairs.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I know it's like because it's it's not a cookie cutter neighborhood, right? It's
Yeah.
like every house is unique. The neighborhood is unique. I
Yeah.
mean, it's downtown London.
It is
You know
unique.
what I mean? But it's blowing up. It's getting bigger and bigger. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking out my window right now, and I literally a block down, I see high rises coming up.
Yeah.
So
What's going on with the old South Street campus? Because the South Street Hospital campus that they knocked that all down years and
Yes,
years ago.
they
and they were
did.
talking about building, and I don't know where they've come with that.
Well, you should actually take a drive down.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You should take a drive sometimes down there, and you'll see how big the buildings are there. There's still some of the original buildings still there,
Yes.
but then there's other buildings just going up, and I think they're actually going to start renting them out, or if they're condos, buying them out, and people are starting to move in, I think, in January right now.
It's got to be one of the last known buildings that had so much like ancient architecture and things like that were characteristic of like many, many years ago.
Yeah.
That hospital was very interesting.
Yeah, so they did keep a few, like I think 2 or 3 original buildings still there intact. Nothing has been touched yet. Now I don't know what they want to do with it. Are they going to refurbish it? Are they going to reuse it? Are they going to tear it down? I have no idea. You should take a drive.
Yeah, we should. We'll have some cookies.
And just like
Ice cream sandwiches. You think I should put another clear coat on there?
yeah, sure, bud.
Actually?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because you'll have drinks like that,
I put
and then
3 on here so far.
I would put 5.
I would put 5.
Yeah, but no, it's neighborhood is sick. I love it. But once you're in it, you can't get out. Once the SWAT comes, it's like, yeah, I want to go to a gym. No, buddy, you're staying in.
Oh, if that happens, yeah, I guess you would have to stay.
You're not coming home.
Yeah.
So I can come to a gym, which is nice. I can come up here.
Yeah.
Or you can't leave your house.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing about SWAT.
No.
Totally understand that.
But it's pretty sick to see them like come in there. Very sophisticated.
In my
They know what
neighborhood,
they're doing.
I think I saw a guy by the flame of hope, took a pack of hand sanitizer, lit it on fire, and threw it on the ground, and like started his own flame.
Yeah.
And was using that to heat his hands. And I went up to him and I was like, "Are you doing okay? Like, can I help you with anything? And do you need like resources or whatever?" Because that's what I would do if I was in the community. So I started talking to him, and he just kind of shut me down and was like, "No, I'm okay." And I was like, "There's a mental health agency like right over there. You could go over here." And he was just like, "No, I don't want any of that," and just kind of made his way and left with like no jacket on. I was like, man, it was like the dead of winter.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a really resourceful thing that he was doing, because he was actually keeping himself warm with that flame off the hand sanitizer.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know, it's like in my neighborhood, it's like once you're in the neighborhood, is that you're part of the neighborhood. Like people don't bother you. You're just people don't shit in their backyard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like they take their business and go somewhere else. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I'm okay with all my neighbors and whatever.
Yeah.
I greet them, shoot the shit with them,
It's
whatever,
all-
right? So it's like, but like people also like take care of you, right? So it's like I had Amazon packages delivered to my house, and people will like pay attention. And if somebody's trying to like steal shit, they'll be like, "Yo, like, somebody try to come up to your, take a package." It's like we chased them away or like told them to like get out of here, right? So it's like people still do care about each other.
It's crazy the amount of things we haven't seen here.
Yeah.
Really,
I mean,
like-
you're in a busy area, I would say. As soon as you start going in, like, for example, nothing is happening on like Hamilton or Horton or whatever, right? So you go one side street
everything's
over,
happening.
that's where shit starts hitting the fan,
Edison's
right?
street.
That's my street. And Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, but it definitely is good. I like it. I enjoy it. I don't know how long I'll stay down there for, but
Yeah, I like my neck of the woods too.
yeah,
I just like the busyness and the colorfulness and all that.
it's
love all
unique.
that.
It's very unique.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
loved when I lived downtown. I loved it too. But I think that's like luckily you have that here. Like, yeah,
Right.
I like it. I like the busyness and the like non-perfect aspect of it too. For
It's just
sure.
real people doing real things.
Yeah.
That's right. Flame of Hope too. Back story. I was driving home from a superstore, and I'm driving down Adelaide, and I think it was like 2 or 3 guys with fucking hot dogs.
Oh, no kidding.
Grilling hot
Oh, on the fire?
No kidding.
fucking fire.
That's hilarious.
With,
I'm
like,
just like, damn, man. Like,
sticks, just
yeah,
like
just like hot
roasting
dogs, roasting hot dogs, dude.
Hey,
whatever
You gotta do,
Power.
man. Whatever you gotta do, yeah. Yeah, but that intersection right there, that's a rough intersection.
of course. Yeah.
The
it is.
Dundas and
Queens,
Adelaide.
Queens and Adelaide, yeah. That's rough there.
That's my neck of the woods. Yeah, I like it down there.
Yeah, for sure. That like even like then north of Queens and stuff, and like
Right.
everywhere really. But
Yeah. It's just sad to see, man. It really is. It's shitty.
yeah.
It is what it is, right?
Well, what else you got? What you got to head out?
I think soon. Yeah, I got to work tomorrow, but
what
I enjoy
time?
the conversation nonetheless.
We got to do okay. So, well, let me. What?
Go ahead, man.
What were you gonna say?
No, I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
What?
I like ask him a question,
About
man.
working out?
Just
You can do it with us if you want.
Oh, the training you guys
Yeah.
are doing? Okay, well, let's look at it on paper. I want to see what you guys are going to be doing.
It doesn't work like that.
Oh, shit.
No, yeah, I'll write it out. I'll write out like usually go like 10 days at a time. I can do that. Or
Yeah,
we can
whatever.
do it and then you can do it after.
yeah, we do a trial run, and then we'll give you the trial.
Is there going to be any barbell work in there?
Yeah, it's all whatever you want it to be. And even then, like a lot of it,
Dude, if
can
you
do
see an
whatever you
yeah,
want
so
to,
if you see
like-
the exercise, oh, these guys use dumbbells, I'm going to use a barbell.
Yeah,
I feel like
If
a
you guys, if they use cable, I'm
it's
just going to
very
use
much
free weights.
like- not much will be programmed like specifically using a barbell or machine like
Yeah.
certain thing, but and then we'll come back on after and figure out how it went.
I think it's going to be great.
Okay, so I'd say we just fuck around till the 1st and then start it on the 1st.
You want to fuck around, eh?
'Cause then
Maybe
it'll
you
be
should
on
start
every
building the wall downstairs. That's something to give you do.
I gotta hang
You want to help me tomorrow take out that sauna part? No, you're too busy. That's all right.
Yeah, I get what. Yeah, in the afternoon?
No, I'll do it in the morning.
Do it in the morning.
He's not a very flexible employer.
Man, I need time. I need structure. I work on structure.
I work in the morning.
You want to work out tomorrow?
I have to work out tomorrow because I fucked off today.
So I'll come work out tomorrow.
Okay. I gotta hang these pictures. We'll do that tonight, though.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
Until next time. Thanks for listening. See ya.